Today, most races of the world are equal in one, but only recently, about 80 years ago, blacks were treated as inferiors to whites. Who changed this? If it weren't for Coretta and Martin Luther King Jr., we would live in quite a different world today. Coretta Scott King was born on April 27, 1927, in a community 3 miles from Hayburger, Alabama. When she was young, her mom, Bernice McMurray Scott, and her dad, Obadiah or Obi, always encouraged Coretta to pursue an education. Once, her mom pointed out, "You get an education and try to be somebody, then you won't have to be kicked around by anybody." Coretta's father always told his children to respect others and ensure that they earn respect too. Another person who influenced Coretta was her first music teacher, Miss Maddie Bennett. Since Coretta always felt passionate about music, all her music teachers encouraged her to sing and play instruments. In addition, Coretta's older sister, Edith, helped her with her first year in college. Because Coretta was shy, Edith spoke for Coretta, but still persuaded her to step out of her comfort zone. During Coretta's childhood, she experienced many significant events. One of those events was the Great Depression. Coretta was only 2.5 years old at this time. Though this proved to be a hardship to much of America, the Scots were considered lucky. Because they owned the farm near their house, they always had food and shelter. Coretta learned self-sufficiency, which later paid off in life. Another experience Coretta faced all her life was racism. Ever since she was young, Coretta couldn't shop in the same stores, drink from the same water fountains, or eat in the same restaurants as whites. In addition, Mr. Scott owned his business of sawing wood. When the Scotts finally saved enough money to purchase a truck and move into a better house with new furniture, this caused much disruption, for many whites envied Mr. Scott. They believed he didn't deserve these items and often threatened him on his way home. Though all these wretched events took place, Coretta learned that working hard really pays off, despite the criticism she will receive for being black. Coretta Scott King achieved many goals alongside Martin Luther King Jr., her husband, and some without him. One of these accomplishments was earning a bachelor's degree in music from Antioch College. After she married Martin, Coretta always encouraged him to do what was right, even though it was risky to their lives. When Martin was assassinated, Coretta stepped up and led protests to overcome segregation. She worked hard to construct a memorial for Martin in Atlanta, Georgia, after his death. In addition, Coretta also felt that the anniversary of Martin's death should become a national holiday. Attaining these recognitions for Martin took over 15 years. Coretta Scott King left behind a memorial and a national holiday in honor of her husband, but she also has a legacy of leading the civil rights movement and succeeding in overcoming segregation. Because of Coretta Scott King, blacks now possess rights that they formerly did not have. Imagine what life would be like today if segregation still existed.